So I have to write a test bench code for the case of the code which you have previously defined, and the figure of it is shown here. Let's move to the code of it and explain the step-by-step process what it is. So as we please compare it with the syntax of the test bench which we have already discussed. So you have to write the module test bench, declare the signals for DUT inputs, declaring the signals for DUT output, initial block for simulation, and initial begin, so initial block declaration and instantiation of the DUTN and module. So let's compare simultaneously with this the code, and here it is the test bench. So I have saved the I have already told that we have to declare module name, and the module name should be saved under Verilog files as same as it is as the module name. The purpose of saving samely as during compilation, it is very easy for us if you save like this. So So it is module TB, open braces, close braces, and the declaring signals for the DA2 signals. Sorry, I forgot to say two things. While declaring signals for the DE2 inputs, that means these signals are the inputs to the DUT should be declared with register RVG, some registers REG keyword, similar to that of wire, which you have declared in the instantiation of the during design in the RTL folder. Similar. While the inputs for the block should be the inputs should be used with the keyword REG, while the outputs which you have to be observed should be declared as wire. This thing I have forgotten during the explanation of the TB syntax of TB. So declaring the signals for the DUT inputs. So the DUT inputs for the figure shown is 8 inputs A, B, C to H, and these are to be declared using the keyword register, and their step sizes 7 down to 0, which we have already used before in the yeah, as you already know, as discussed in the previous lectures. So this is to be clear, this is very clear now. Just declaring the signals inputs to the DUT. Next, followed by it, you have to declare the outputs which you have to be observed, and these to be declared by the wire. So declare signals for the DUT signal and the wire, what is the step size, and this declaration name. So the output is O here, consider it as O. As you observe it, it is 10 down to 0. So how do as we already discussed this 10 down to 0, how it appears. So output wire 10 down to 0 out O. Now let's leave this part. You have to after declaring the signals up to the DUT, you have to declare the initial block. Let's leave these few statements, we will discuss later. Let's see is our syntax follows or not. Okay. So up to end, it is the initial block declaration. After initial block, you have to instantiation DUT. So DUT module, which we have already discussed in the previous video, this code we have saved. You have already instantaneous the 7 off adders in it, the 7 off adders, and we saved the name with adder and underscore 8 input underscore 8 input. So the syntax for instantiation is similar. The module name and the instantiation module name, and some the wire connections between them using dot present inputs and to which it is connected. It's a wire connection like this, as we already declared here as inputs as a to H and output as O. And in previous code also we have declared as A to O. There is no problem for us, so we directly do like this: dot A bracket in brackets A. Similarly up to the output also, and the end module. So we have followed that syntax which we have already discussed before. This syntax which we have already discussed. So now let's look what's to be written in the code of the initial block. The initial block syntax, if you see, it consists of initial begin followed by some set of lines, some set of stimulus. Okay, if you consider to the initial block, you have to declare the some sort set of stimulus, n number of stimulus, which may be selected random inputs or corner cases. Here we selected randomization process. We given inputs randomly. So the initial block declaration followed by initial begin followed by some set of stimuluses, that means inputs, and some time delay for and thereafter end statement. So we have considered 8 inputs here, 8 inputs, like we have declared 8 inputs 8 times, that means with the different values. Let's look at the first statement which I have highlighted, and these can be repeated in this code 8 times. 8 times. If you look at it, A assigns to some 8 dash D100. That means um, for the input A, we have declared it as an 8 input, so we have write it as 8 dash D means 8 column D, which means 8 column D, which means it is a decimal number. We have declared it is decimal instead of binary per se, as if you done in decimal it is very easy for us to addition, and we have declared that value as 100. As it is an 8 input, we can declare the numbers up to 2 power 8, which is up to 256. So you have to declare the decimal values less than 256 only in this module. So we declared it as 100, so on to 107. It's very clear up to this. So for waiting of after feeding inputs, the output is to be observed, and the observed should be in the waveforms, and after it you have to wait for some time delay. For waiting for some time delay, we have declared it as #10 for #10, which means that it has to wait for some 10 seconds or some 10 units. Similarly, fed inputs for different inputs. So we have given 140, 120, 130, 140, 150, so on up until 177. After declaring after completion of all that some randomization inputs, you have to end the initial block with end module. So until this it is clear. Okay, I am moving forward to compile what you have written using model sim. So I am opening the model sim. Okay, while opening I will have to give you a small information regarding uh, where I have saved the code. In the my computers I have saved the code in D folder, D drive, and by the name project, under which you have different subfolders. Under adder 8 you have again 3 folders there: RTL, sim and TV, in which we have saved this code. Okay, for simplification let me remove these files. Okay, so far you have not come under to this, as I have already compiled. You have seen a work folder backward and I have deleted, and I am freshly compiling now. Okay, here model sim open. So the model sim is opened, student edition, which is 10.1e. So write these commands which I am typing in the transcript. So as we already did a programs in VHDL lab, uh, we have to open file, new source, VHDL. We doesn't do like this. We just type in the transcript here. Just for just write what I am typing. The pwd is a command. The pwd command, it shows the usage of pwd command, displays the current directory path in the transcript panel. So in this transcript panel, that is this panel, it shows, if you type pwd, it shows the path where I am currently now. So I am currently now in C folder, Altera 14.0 subfolder. We are presently in that subfolder. So we should now come to where the code which I have written. Though so my code is written in computer D drive. So D projects adder 8. We have to come like this. So in order to move to the D drive, we have to type CD, which means the change directory, space D is to, which means that we are moving to D drive. If you write like this, we will directly go to the D drive. So let's look like DWD, PWD. So the path has been changed to D drive. Now in this D drive, let's say I'm showing practically. In this D drive, it consists of mainly 2 folders. The one folder which you want is a project folder, so we have to move to project now. For moving to project, we have to type again cd space um, while typing only it shows the subfolders in which in what are there in this D drive. So cd project, I'm just using arrow mouse to select this cd project. So let's look where the path, what the path, where the path, sorry, the path where I am. So I have shifted to D drive projects. Okay. In this, let's see where you have to move. So in this folder, what folder we do want is adder 8. And this adder 8 under project is just a folder in which you have simulated a 7 of adders. Okay, so we have to move to adder under 8. So you have to again type cd space adder under 8, sorry, adder 8. So the path has been changed to D drive project adder under adder 8. Okay, again in this adder under 8 we have again three folders: RTL, sim and TV. The main one which we have now concerned is about simulation. So you have to go to simulation. Initially if you go to the simulation folder, it is empty. Okay, empty folder. So you have to go to cd space sim. Okay, you have to go to uh, so you have gone to the simulation folder there. Now what's the work is, we have to create a work directory in this simulation folder. So for creating is work library, you have to use the keyword vlib, and the vlib commands creates a design library. You must use vlib rather than the operating system command to create a library directory or index files. Okay, you have to use vlib space what the folder name which you want to create work. So a work directory you can also be see here in the library above the transcript. A work directory is created which is empty. Okay, if you go and look in the simulation directory, a work directory is created. Okay, okay, now currently you are in the simulation folder. So what is now the part of it, now our part is to just first compile and then simulate. Just what you have to compile is the code in the RTL. uh, let's see what are these codes you have to compile. Adder under 2 input, adder under 8 bit under 8 input. First you have to compile adder under 2 input, thereafter you have to compile adder under 8 bit under 8 input. Why? Because you have used adder under 2 input in the module of adder under 8 input. So we must first compile adder under 2 input first. After compiling the design in the RTL, you have to compile the test bench in the TB folder. So at present we are in the sim folder. We have to move to RTL folder once, and we have to compile the two codes here, and again come back and to go to TB folder and compile this one. And the command for compilation is vlog. So here gives the usage of this. The vlog command compiles Verilog source code and system Verilog extensions into a specific working library. Okay, vlog, and vlog is the command space. So presently we are in the simulation folder. We have to come back to the adder under 2 input folder. So it shows three folders: RTL, sim and TB. You have to go to RTL, again hash forward slash, and again it shows different in different sorry, forward slash, and you have to first compile adder under 2 inputs, sorry. So and you have to compile adder under 2 inputs. Again you have to come back to the back from the RTL folder, and you have to again move to the RTL folder slash. As you already compiled the adder under 2 input, you have to now compile adder under 8 bit under 8 input. It may be interesting that whether you have to compile this or this. So just compile uh, the one which without negation at last. It's better. After it again space dot dot. So far we have compared the one which is in RTL folders adder under 2 input, and again in RTL folder adder under 8 bit under 8 input dot v. So now you have finally how to compile the test bench. So I am going to the test bench folder and compiling the tb.v. So this is the command. This whole command compiles all the trees. It's a simple command. By pressing enter, it compiles and shows a top level module. In this program, the top level module is TB. So it shows a top level module TB. So up to this, the compilation is over. Now what's our work is to simulate. For simulation, vsim is the keyword. Vsim command is used for the simulation. Okay. Okay, let me remind what is the command for it. So the code so the command for it is vsim hyphen library name top level module. Okay, I will explain it clearly. So vsim space hyphen library, some library. It shows already what's inside in library. So this is our library now. We have already declared initially vlib is work, which means we have already used the library name as work. Okay, and the top level module in this program which is shown during compilation. The top level module declared is tb here. So it will be clear up to this. I am pressing enter now. So the screen displays some process, and objects are to be displayed here. So just I am explaining the vsim command once. The keyword for simulation is vsim, which means Verilog simulation, which is used for Verilog simulation. Space hyphen library, some library keyword, and it's a keyword space and the library name, which we have already declared it as work is a library name, space and tb is a top level module. It is clearly shown in the above line. After compilation command, it shows some process, and thereafter it displays the top level module, and it is displayed as tb here. So we have to return in the command of simulation tb as the top level module. So we have done the simulation. Now let's verify the waveforms. So we have to go to the objects, and you have to select all these inputs and outputs, and you have to add it to the wave. So a waveform is displayed. Okay, and these waveforms, what's here the benefit of test bench is you have already declared the inputs which I am giving. Just you have to observe the output whether the output is correct or not. So initially, uh, what you have, before doing this, what you have to do is you have to change the radix. Here the radix all are in binary. So we have to change the radix to decimal. Instead of changing to decimal, here decimal is an signed decimal. which may be negative also. So I am using unsigned, which means it has no, it takes only positive. As we already declared it as positive, it is more convenient if you use unsigned. So that I have changed the radix. Okay. Now I am just running the command by clicking on the run or by using F9. So I am just using run command, and it runs and displays some results. Let me zoom to see clarity clearly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. In the test bench, we have used 8 in the initial block. 8 test 8 some test some stimulus, some 8 test stimuluses. So it displays 8. As we already discussed in the initial block, it executes step by step, but it appears to be it executes in the 0 time. So while running, it appears to be that it runs in the 0th time. Let us verify whether the uh, output O is correct or not. Let's look at the inputs: 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, and 107. If you add all these, there are 800, so you get some 800 odd. And the first two numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So sum of the series, say n into n plus 1 n plus 1 by 2. Here n is equal to 7. 7 into 7 plus 1 by 2, which is 7 into 4, 28. So 800 odd plus 28, which is 828. So we have done correctly. So our test, so we have successfully completed our 8-bit adder. Let me once more explain what you have to do in the uh, model sim. If you open the model sim, you have just seen library and a transcript. We have to return the program whatever we want in the transcript, just for using compilation, simulation, and creating libraries, whatnot in the transcript only. So initially, if you use the keyword pwd, it shows the current directory name, current path of the directory where we am. Uh, so one thing we have to note down, that where we have done the program and saved the program. It should be very clear for us. Otherwise, it is very difficult during it to go to that drive or some folder. If you are only using C folder, you can move on by using the Linux commands, which already discussed. So we have, as I clearly mentioned, that my program is in the D drive, in the project some PRJ subfolder adder 8. As I have clearly mentioned, I move on and I move on like this to adder under 8, and you have to go to the simulation folder, because what you have to done is compile and simulate. So going to the simulation folder, you have to create a work directory there, and I have created the work directory, and the rest of the thing is similar. One important uh, one important thing I would like to mention is, in the model sim transcript, the advantage is, if you want, I want again to compile, you can just use the arrow keys. I am just using the arrow keys, so that in the vsim 16 it has changes the script, which I have already done typing and entered. The pwd, vlib, work, these are the commands which I am used frequently before in this transcript. So if you have done any typing errors, no need of typing the whole line again. Just by switching the arrow keys, going to the place where we have done the mistake and replacing it. It is very simple in this transcript. So far we have get the waveform. One important thing again is only for the first time of compilation you have to use uh, you have to select these objects and add to wave. After then onwards there is no need to select. How to do like this is it's very simple by using the uh, so if you use the command restart, it restarted all the modules, all the objects there, and it asks what to be restarted. Okay, I'm pressing OK. So it restarted. So now press do wave. Sorry. I restarted. So you have get the thing which you have to done before restarting. You have to simulate the waveform. After simulation, you have to save it. Let's suppose sorry file save format. You have to save the format as wave.do and you have to press OK. So the waveform is simulated. Now you have to type the command restart. So I am not typing the command full command now. I'm just using the arrows and restarting. Now if you want to, I am closing the waveform now. If you want the waveform, use wave.do. Simply increase the waveform. Probably it may take some time, or else you can even run it. So you get the same waveform here. So this is helpful if you completed our project during the explanation of our project. There is no need of typing all the code, all the commands now we have discussed. Just we have to compile to wave.do and pressing enter will display the result of our project, and it will be helpful while demoing our project. So so okay. I'm closing